We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
This is more. More savings. More service. More focus on fresh, quality produce. Expert butchers who know more.
And good morning. Welcome to the beautiful Harlan Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge, home of the 2019 Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Alongside Joe Danielson, I'm Lance Reno. In just a moment, we'll have the matchup between the Hawks of Lynnville-Sully and the Mustangs of Newell-Fonda right here on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network, powered by MidAmerican Energy Company.
Programs, athletics, and performing arts.
I live right here on campus.
And the teachers know me by name.
I'll be career ready in 2 years.
And all my
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service. We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on.
This is more. More savings. More service. More focus on fresh, quality produce. Expert butchers who know more. And the most talked about meat in town. We are Fairway. We put everything into meat and grocery. And this is more.
I wanted a big university experience.
Without the big university price.
That's why I chose Iowa Central.
What makes Iowa Central so different than other community colleges is its size.
Big campus, lots of programs, athletics, and performing arts.
I live right here on campus.
And the teachers know me by name.
I'll be career ready in 2 years.
And all my credits transfer to a university.
It's a big time experience.
Without the big time price.
Come see for yourself.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Iowa Public Television is the home of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Championships. We bring you live, uninterrupted coverage of the state championships in volleyball, basketball, soccer, and softball. Plus, special features highlighting the Iowa girl. Catch it all on statewide Iowa Public Television, on air or at iptv.org.
All you have to do, you just have to get their feet here on the pavement and bing. Being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
you must be boring.
This is a magical place.
They say Buena Vista University is in the middle of a bunch of fields.
Hey guys, wait up!
Game on. They say our idea of fun is morning tea. And afternoon tea.
And anytime tea.
And we hang out like bumps on a log.
They say Storm Lake, Iowa isn't in the center of the action.
And when we study, we're not exactly grounded.
But you know what we say.
You gotta see it to believe it.
We might not always know what the day will bring.
Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. We're just moments away from the first pitch of the game between the Lynnville-Sully Hawks, who come in with a record of 26-8, and the Mustangs of Newell-Fonda at 37-5. Are going to be bringing you the starting lineups and introduction of the players. Joe, as we take a look here quickly, these are two teams that came in rated in the top 10 in the state, with Newell-Fonda number 4, Lynnville-Sully number 7 on the final poll. Newell-Fonda's number 4 seed, Lynnville-Sully number 5 seed.
Yep, and you kind of look down the schedule here as Newell-Fonda has played about 43 games, finishing 37-5, whereas Lynnville-Sully is 26-8. They're about 10 less games than Newell-Fonda. However, they finished with a 26-8 record respectively. I'm looking down here for Lynnville-Sully, led by Denali Conover, who leads the team in RBIs and will also lead the team, the sophomore, from the mound. For the Mustangs, they are led by the full roster of 12 members of the 1A basketball state tournament. As well as a lot of members of the volleyball and basketball team here on the softball.
Non-starters for the visitors from Lynnville-Sully. Number 7, Lily Zolstra. Number 8, Jaden Rand. Number 11, Taylor Now Harder. Number 18, Olivia James. And number 23, Kalia Erzman. The assistant coach for Lynnville-Sully is Shelby Newell. And now your starters for the Hawks. Leading off, number 9, shortstop, Carson Fisk. Batting second, number 6, baseman, Loftus. Batting third, number 12, first baseman, Shiloh Cunningham. Batting fourth, number 10, the catcher, Corrine Jansen. Batting fifth, number 27, second baseman, Caitlin Alberts. Batting sixth, number 20, left fielder, Janelle Rosendahl. Batting seventh, pitcher, number 4, Denali Conover. Batting eighth, number 21, designated player, Lacey Key. Batting ninth, number 26, center fielder, Megan Van Zandt. And in the flex position, number 13 in right field, Haley Pasta. The head coach of the Lynnville-Sully Hawks is Stacy Alberts. And now the non-starters for the home team on the scoreboard today from Newell-Fonda. Number 3, Mary Walker. Number 6, Sophie Stewart. Number 11, Cameron Wilkins. 13, Liz Smith. Number 14, Ellie Lago. Number 18, Alexis Vandernack. And number 20, Haley Furman. The assistant coach for Newell-Fonda, Jenna Snyder. And now the starters for the Mustangs. Leading off, number 15, center fielder, Olivia Larsen. Batting second, number 9, third baseman, Emma Stewart. Batting third, number 12, the pitcher, Ella Larsen. Batting fourth, number 10, shortstop, Meghan Moran. Batting fifth, number 1, right fielder, Bailey Sievert. Batting sixth, number 4, the catcher, Maggie Walker. Batting seventh, number 8, designated player, Anna Belkop. Batting eighth, number 16, first baseman, Kylie Robinson. Batting ninth, number 2, second baseman, Macy Sievert. And in the flex position in left field, number 19, Anna Tiefenthaler. The head coach of the Newell-Fonda Mustangs is Courtney Darrow. Our umpires for today's contest are at first base, Randy Morris. At third base, Chris Pratt. And calling balls and strikes, Al Rosen. Ladies and gentlemen, who's ready for state tournament softball?
Our starting lineups for this second Class 1A game have been brought to you by Buena Vista University. Located in Storm Lake, Iowa, Buena Vista University prepares students for lifelong success through transformational academic, professional, and co-curricular programs. Schedule your visit today at bvu.edu. I'm Lance Reno along with Joe Danielson, and we're getting ready here just moments away. 72 degrees and a crosswind. I would anticipate that possibly that crosswind might make for anything in the air to be an interesting play today. These teams very similar. The ERAs are within 1 point of each other, 252 to 262. Batting average-wise, Newell-Fonda is a team hitting at 407, Lynnville-Sully hitting at 349. Now, some of the games that were scheduled for both of these teams were rained out, so you know, what impact is that going to have? The second thing, what do you see here as a second key, Joe, maybe to our game?
Well, as you kind of mentioned before, with the wind factor, neither of these teams really like to play the long ball. It's more of a small ball game on the ground, sacrifice bunts, moving the runner into scoring position. So that the wind might be a little bit of a factor if anything gets picked up, but yeah, like you said, pretty even match between both of the pitchers and the batters. It's just going to be really to look to see which team can establish what they want to do first.
One thing that jumps out at me from the composite stats, Newell-Fonda with 86 doubles, 20 triples. Lynnville-Sully 58 doubles and 7 triples. Both are under 7 home runs for the season that's going to be moving on. Each team that's up here is going to play at least 2 games. Those that win the first round game will play 3. A team that loses today, any of those teams that lose today, move and play tomorrow, and then they get to go home. Lynnville-Sully dressed in the lighter blue, Columbia blue. Newell-Fonda's Mustangs dressed in the darker blue. You can tell them apart. Lynnville-Sully wearing the black trunks, Newell-Fonda wearing the gray trunks. So as we get ready to go here in the top of the first inning, Carson Fisk steps in for Lynnville-Sully. First pitch to Carson is a strike from Ella Larsen. We'll also be keeping tabs on how accurate in getting that first pitch in for a strike for both of these pitchers. Here's the wind, and the ball is bunted. Playable at first, thrown wide, around first and headed to second is Carson Fisk. They're going to award her second base. Two-base throwing error on the pitch of the left-hander. Lynnville-Sully has a runner in scoring position.
Well, yeah, bunt into a double is a nice way to start here.
Mallory Loftus steps in now. She's a junior. She has a total of 30 hits and 115 plate attempts. We'll see if the Hawks put the next one down as a bunt. The wind and the pitch is outside. On her way to third, nobody there covering. As you can see, in safely is Carson Fisk with the stolen base. Well, it'll be interesting to see how these two teams match up speed-wise. Golden opportunity here for Lynnville-Sully's Hawks, 26-8. Stacy Alberts, the coach. Ella Larsen, the left-hander, working again with a pitch that goes outside. Count has gone to 2 balls and no strikes. Shiloh Cunningham awaits in the on-deck circle. Here's the wind, and the pitch is grounded to the left side. Runner is off third, going diving back, and she's out on the fielder's choice. The shortstop, Morenz, made a nice play. Loftus reaches on the fielder's choice. So it's up to Shiloh Cunningham, the first baseman now for the Hawks of Lynnville-Sully, left-handed batter. She stands in, waits the first pitch, lefty on lefty. Pitch from Larsen. Swing and a miss on the way to second. Lynnville-Sully's going to try the stolen base attempt route here. Loftus successfully stealing second.
The Hawks coming out aggressive here on the base paths, is stealing the first two attempts. They have gone ahead and taken it.
Trying to get the lead early here. Here's the delivery. Taken outside for a ball. That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out. Runner at second. Lynnville-Sully lost Carson Fisk on a heads-up play by the shortstop Morenz just moments ago. Pitch from Larsen is at the knees for a strike. So Larsen is looking to get ahead here on the count. Larsen's only a sophomore, 118 on a third innings pitch, giving up only 33 earned runs on the year. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Cunningham. 2 outs in the Lynnville-Sully first inning. To the plate now, Corinne Jansen. Larsen has struck out 106, walked only 25. I think that's the key factor there. Fewer walks. Jensen is the catcher. Takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Lance Reno along with Joe Danielson from the 2019 Iowa Girls State Softball Tournaments. Harlan Rogers Complex. Here's a changeup. Outside. Good delivery mix that time by Larsen. She has struck out 1 so far in the ball game. Next pitch is just outside again, working that corner to the outside of the hitter. Both corner infielders medium depth. Went outside, and a little further outside each time on these pitches.
Yep, playing the plate here, trying to just see what the base runner is going to do, knowing she's got a runner on second behind her.
Wind in the pitch, a blooper down the line. It's going to stay fair. How about that? Base hit. The fielders thinking it would roll foul. It did not.
We're going to go ahead and keep an eye on first base, see if she's going to get the green light to steal here.
Caitlin Alberts, second baseman, standing in for the Hawks. Left-handed batter. Lynnville-Sully has a couple of them from the port side. Here's the pitch up high. No attempted throw of Jensen. As you mentioned a moment ago, Lynnville-Sully challenging on the bases here.
Aggressive base running to start this first inning.
So it's up to Ella Larsen here for the Mustangs of Newell-Fonda. This one's a strike called on the outside corner. That evens the count at 1-1. Alberts on the year, 14 walks. Next pitch, she takes it for ball 2. So far, Lynnville-Sully's been working and getting ahead on the count. nerves out there from the lefty for the Mustangs. Started to swing, checked it, but it was in the zone. That evens a count.
She's done a good job of
2 strikes.
Playing that outside of the plate, then coming back with an off speed or a fastball.
Here's the 2-2 delivery. And down on strikes goes Caitlin Alberts. In the first inning for Lynnville-Sully, no runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 runners left on base. We go now to the bottom of the first. Newell-Fonda coming to the plate. You're watching the 2019 Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Mid-American Energy Championship Network.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
I am smart.
I am smart.
I am smart.
I am kind.
Kind.
I am kind.
I am strong.
Strong.
Strong. I am important.
I am important.
I am important.
I am the Iowa girl.
I am the Iowa girl.
I am the Iowa girl.
I am the Iowa girl. I am the Iowa girl.
I am the Iowa girl. I am the Iowa girl.
Mid-American Energy and
Lance Serino along with Joe Danielson, and we are on the Iowa Central Diamond here at the Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. Our state tournament in the opening round for Class 1A right here. Newell-Fonda coming to the plate after they held Lynnville-Sully scoreless, but a couple of base runners in the top of the inning. Larsen, a right-handed batter, plays center field defensively. Denali Conover, the Lynnville-Sully Hawk pitcher, is a right-hander, brings it home. Low for a ball. Conover on the year, 177 in the third innings pitched, an ERA of 2.37, has allowed only 60 earned runs, so that's about 2 a game.
Yep, and she's appeared in 32 out of the 34 games they've played, so obviously their leader here on the mound.
A lot of the smaller schools don't have the luxury of having 2 pitchers they can go to. Here's the next delivery in for a strike. Up around the letters on the outside corner. When the ball goes up in the air as well, it's kind of a high sky. Might be tough for the outfielders. Left, center, and shortstop looking into the sun. Here's the next pitch. Outside corner, waist high. That's a strike. It evens the count at 1-1, 2-2. Conover gets the sign from Corinne Jansen, the catcher for the Hawks. Took a little off, worked the outside corner, and gets the strikeout.
Yeah, but she was on the plate. Really no nonsense for that at bat. Throwing them right in, painting the corners.
Emma Stewart, third baseman for Newell-Fonda, steps in now. She's a senior. Scored 47 runs, 51 RBIs. Winding the pitch. Knees at the outside corner. May want to correct that. I think the stat column is over a column. First left-handed batter faced by Conover. The ball is fouled off the screen to the left. We're on the what would be the east of the major diamonds, Iowa Central Community College Diamond. Fort Dodge, Iowa. A lot of sunshine and a nice breeze. Conover ahead on the count, looking for the out. Ground ball past the first baseman down the right field line. That'll be in there for a base hit. First hit of the game for Newell-Fonda.
Found a little bit of daylight there between the shortstop and the second baseman and first baseman. Snuck it right in there for the single.
Good job making contact, putting the ball in play. Let's see if Newell-Fonda now gets on their horse and tries to take the next base. Conover's delivery, just outside. Conover's gotten the first pitch over for strikes to 2 out of the first 3 hitters. Meghan Moran waits on deck for Newell-Fonda. Pitcher facing pitcher. This one's fouled to the backstop. That evens the count at a ball on the strike. A lot of games to be played today, all the way through the 7 o'clock hour. Joe and I will be here off and on throughout the day for the next 3 days. Conover looks in for the sign from Jensen. The ball is popped foul. Out of play. 1-2. Key pitch coming up here for Conover. Wants to keep the runner at first and record the second out. Well, a little miscommunication there. That's a swing and a strikeout.
It almost looked like there, if Conover didn't get a glove on that, it could have gone a little farther out into the outfield.
Also, the catcher, Jansen, was trying to throw to second to get the runner attempting to steal.
Going to
Stolen
second.
Base for Stewart.
Yep, going to second and a little bit of a wild throw.
Meghan Moran, the shortstop for Newell-Fonda, steps in. Conover gets the first pitch in for a strike. Pitcher getting the challenge answered, staying ahead on the count. Moran's is a junior. She scored 53 runs, 42 hits, and 45 RBIs. So she's made her hits count. She has a runner now in scoring position. No score. We're in the bottom of the first from the Iowa Central field. Here's the one. Fly ball right center. Could be trouble. Center fielder's not going to get there. It drops for the hit, rolls to the fence. On her way to third is Moran's, as the relay will not be in time. Give her a stand-up triple for the RBI out to right center.
And a collision out there in the outfield. Give her enough time to easily get into third standing, no trouble.
Fans, all extra base hits during the Girls State Softball Tournament are brought to you by Kruger Seeds. The next time you're in need of corn or soybean seed, give your local Kruger Seeds dealer a call. Kruger Seeds, first-class seed, first-name service. Standing in now, another left-handed batter is Bailey Sievers, the right fielder. You alluded to it in the opening remarks of our broadcast. The wind could create a problem, and it did that time as it made that ball drop quickly.
Ball dropped quickly and makes it hard to play out there in the outfield, led to the collision.
Here's a butt attempt on the second pitch. Goes foul. Trying to squeeze the runner home from third. Newell-Fonda has taken the lead. They're the higher seeded team here. Collins Maxwell playing on the other diamond, the number 1 seeded team and number 1 in the final poll. We're in the bottom of the first. Conover goes outside. Maggie Walker waits on deck. Lynnville-Sully outfielders have shaded a little bit more. The right fielder Mazdam over there has shaded a couple steps towards center. The 1-ball, 2-strike count. Oh. She wanted to swing, decided not to. She's down on strikes here for the out to retire Newell-Fonda in the inning, but 1 run on 2 hits. No Lynnville-Sully errors. 1 runner's left on base. We go to the second after this.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
This is more. More savings. More service. More focus on fresh, quality produce. Expert butchers who know more. And the most talked about meat in town. We are Fairway. We put everything into meat and grocery. And this is more.
Leaders start at Central College, and scholar athletes succeed on the court and in the classroom. In the past year, 112 Central College student athletes received academic all-conference recognition. Learn how to be more than a spectator by visiting central.edu.com. Top of the second, 1-0. The Mustangs lead the Hawks. Lynnville-Sully starts with the number 6 hitter in the lineup, facing Ella Larsen. The first pitch is a ball to Janel Rosendahl. She's the left fielder. 72 degrees at game time, and some people got their jackets on. Just think, 72 hours ago, we were looking for a splash pad. Rosendahl fouls off Larsen's next pitch. That evens a count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Rosendahl's a junior, has 85 at-bats, 29 hits, scored 8 runs. Next pitch is taken for a ball. 2-1 the count. 1-0 Newell-Fonda scoring in the bottom of the first. The next pitch, check swing. Called strike. It was in there. In the zone, Stacy Alberts comes in with a question. The head coach for the Lynnville-Sully Hawks comes in down the line. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament being brought to you by Iowa Farm Bureau and the Iowa Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Championship Network. Now the umpire is in discussion. How did you view that, Joe? I viewed it as she tried to check her swing, but it was a strike called by the plate umpire.
That's what I kind of got communicated there. Was he didn't, since he didn't look down to his other umpires, went ahead and called it a strike.
He had to call, and he was right on. She missed it. Here's the delivery. Larsen trying to nibble on that outside corner, and it's resulting in her throwing a few more pitches, maybe. 3-2 the count here. Top of the second, 1-0 Newell-Fonda. The next delivery is low. Lynnville-Sully has another base runner. And, second straight inning that the Hawks have gotten their leadoff batter on.
Yep, and it's the 11th walk of the year there for Rosendahl. For as many, you look at the at-bats, third on the team in walks, just finds a way to get on base.
We have a pinch runner, Kalia Erzman is coming in for the Hawks as a pinch runner.
Erzman out there on first with 27 stolen bases coming into this tournament here, so we're going to look to her probably to gain a base or two.
Lynnville-Sully has shown the tendency to run. There she goes. Erzman on her way. Throw is down. Not a bad throw from Walker, but just a beat late. Stolen base for Erzman.
But she was going 100% as soon as she got to first.
The pitch was called a ball, I believe. The scoreboard hasn't generated it yet. Yep. Denali Conover is the batter now for the Hawks. She's the pitcher. She gets to face the lefty here. First pitch in the air towards center. Coming strong is the center fielder Larsen, who makes the grab. That was an adventure in the air.
Yeah, it hung up there for a while. It kind of proved our hypothesis there that the balls were going to stay up or they were going to stay down.
Now to the plate is Lacey Keene, the designated player. She's batting for the right fielder, Kaylee Masdom, who is the flex player. Larsen trying to work out of a jam. There's a bunt. Only play by the pitcher. In time, the sacrifice by Keene goes 1-3. Runner advancing to third is Erzman. And the number 9 hitter steps in for the Hawks, Megan Vinzanti, the center fielder. Hawks had 2 on, left 2 in the first inning. Got a runner at third and looked like they were going to score, but a nice play by Moran nailed the runner before she could get back to third. Breaking pitch. Did you notice the spin on that one?
Right on. Started at the corner and worked its way inside.
Hit the point of the plate by the time it was in the catcher Walker's glove. Fly ball right field, coming in, going back, coming in, making the grab on the run is Sievers, the right fielder. The out to retire the Hawks here in the top of the second. No runs on no hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second from the 2019 Girls State Softball Tournaments at Harlan-Rogers Fields in Fort Dodge.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hey, high school sports fans. Are you following the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union online? Stay up to date with the latest information and scores from across the state as we share highlights and achievements from our student athletes. You can follow all the action on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Just search at IGHSAU.
We move to the bottom of the second. Both teams have shown in this game, Joe, they want to run. They get the runners on, and we're looking here at the number 7 hitter in the Newell-Fonda lineup, the catcher Maggie Walker.
Yep, it certainly has been about advancing the base runner.
First pitch from Conover in for a strike, and she's been doing that with regularity throughout the first couple of innings here. We're in the bottom of the second. Newell-Fonda with a 1-run lead. Conover's delivery right up the middle. Oh, it reached down. Nice play.
Quick twitch from Conover out there to secure the first out of the inning.
Got her to hit the ball on the ground. Cunningham, the first baseman, made the play there.
Bring up the 7th place batter there for Newell-Fonda.
Anna Belcock, the designated player, the hitter. Pitch goes high for a ball. She's a freshman and has had 30 hits and 87 at-bats, so that's pretty good average for a freshman. Here's a ground ball right side. Playable, fielded, throw from Alberts to Cunningham at first in time to retire Belcock. And it's 3 straight hitters now retired by Conover in the Hawks defense. That'll bring to the plate now Kylie Robinson, the first baseman for the Mustangs from Newell-Fonda. Number 8 hitter in the lineup. Newell-Fonda got their run in the last inning. Now we have time being taken momentarily. Got to fix that chin strap. Girls Union very specific to the umpires and the coaches this year. When you wear those batting helmets, make sure that chin strap comes up under the jaw so it helps protect you.
Protect and keep that helmet on.
Robinson's a junior. Waits. Conover's delivery is ball 1 outside. Macy Sievers waits in the on-deck circle for the Mustangs. Jansen has given the sign. Conover's delivery. Bounces away, but no runners on, so that has no impact at this point.
See, though.
Except the count goes to 2-0.
Right, that's what they're waiting for. It's a 1 wild pitch, and I'm sure everybody will be running.
Outfielders are medium deep. Here's the pitch. Got a strike that time around. The top of the order for both teams has been on base. Up to the bottom part of the order here to try to generate something going. Pitch is inside. This is the first hitter, Joe, that Conover's looked a little like she doesn't have her control down right at this point.
3-1. First time she's been at 3 balls, I believe.
Mustangs are the conference champions of the Twin Lakes Conference with an 11-0 record, and here's a base runner as Kylie Robinson draws the walk from Conover. First walk with 3 strikeouts so far in the game. It's unusual, too, because she started this inning getting a couple of ground balls, kept the ball in the infield.
Only about 4 pitches per at-bat also in that first inning.
Macy Sievers, the second baseman, stands in. Conover's first pitch is low inside. Now the jitters are over. You're down to playing the ball game right now. Second baseman Alberts shaded a step or two towards second. I'm not thinking Robinson's going to run, but that's when sometimes a coach will come up when you least expect it. One stolen base resulted in a run being scored on Morenz's triple at the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch from Conover. Line shot, second baseman makes the play. Alberts. That retires Newell-Fonda here in the bottom of the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the top of the third. Lynnville-Sully will be coming to the plate, starting at the top of the order.
I wanted a big university experience.
Without the big university price.
That's why I chose Iowa Central.
What makes Iowa Central so different?
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
I wanted a big university experience.
Without the big university price.
That's why I chose Iowa Central.
What makes Iowa Central so different than other community colleges is its size.
Big campus, lots of programs, athletics, and performing arts.
I live right here on campus.
And the teachers know me by name.
I'll be career ready in 2 years.
And all my credits transfer to a university.
It's a big time experience.
Without the big time price.
Come see it for yourself.
Leading off for the Hawks is Carson Fisk, the shortstop. She reached on a throwing error on the pitcher and got to second base her first time up on that attempted bunt. So she stands in and takes the first pitch here for a ball. Newell-Fonda with a run in the bottom of the first. That's the difference here. We're in the third. Here's a foul off to the right. Girls from both teams are getting their hacks.
Yep, and the foul balls will, I believe we'll get you a free Chick-fil-A sandwich if you return that over there to the concession stand. So
you got to stay here. You can't go chasing the foul balls.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are caged in under here.
We're at ground level, right behind the home plate umpires, our vantage point. Larsen that time got that curveball working. Breaks about 6 inches. Baseball, you call it a slider. Here's one down the foul first base line, dropping foul. That was a trouble ball. That one, with the wind, wasn't really blowing that hard that time. The right fielder, Sievers, gave it a good effort.
Yep, nice.
Tiefenthaler, Larsen, and Sievers are your outfielders, left to right for Newell-Fonda. Carson Fisk has a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Make it strike 3. Down on strikes called. That is the second strikeout for Larsen. Mallory Loftus steps in now for the Hawks. She had the fielder's choice on the right field. Here's another bunt attempt. And as we look at the throw low, safe, pulled her off the base. Tough play for the catcher, tough play for the batter.
A nice all-around, well-executed play on both sides there.
They're going to give her a hit. I was watching more as to where the ball was in relationship to the runner. Some of the fans from Newell-Fonda thought the ball might have bounced up and hit her. I think it was clean. Shiloh Cunningham, first baseman, as we got the runner headed to second. The throw is down in time. Walker to the shortstop, Moran's.
Boy, that was a close one, too.
Out stealing, that's the second runner out stealing. The pitch was a strike to Cunningham.
Strike, and boy, if they didn't get a glove over that one, the ball probably would have made contact with the runner.
Here's the next delivery outside for a ball. So we've had some interesting base running situations. On the play here at the plate, the first thing the umpire has to check, of course, the batter's both feet in the box. Where's the ball in relationship? Does it bounce fair, foul? Does it hit the batter? So it's not an easy one. Here's one that gets away on a swing, and she's down at first base. That's Shiloh Cunningham.
And that would have been a third strike, but the catcher did not possess it, so she was able to take that first base.
So you give an error to the catcher. And with one out, make that 2 outs. Corinne Jensen steps to the plate. She takes the first pitch for a ball.
Right on the outside corner as she's trying to inch it closer and closer.
Lynnville-Sully, for the most part, has been taking the ball right up the middle. Here's a swing and a miss. With one down and out of the zone. Larsen's a crafty lefty. She nibbles at the corners so far in this game. Gets that breaking pitch to go. There's that breaking ball, grounded to short. Yeah. Fielder's choice goes to second for the easy out. 6-4. Lorenz to Sievers for the out to retire the Hawks here in the third inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and one runner left on base. You're watching the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Lance Reno along with Joe Danielson.
We might not
Game
always know
one
what the day will bring.
The Iowa
but
Central
some
Field.
things are
We're in the bottom of
The
the
sun
third.
will rise
Diving attempt.
and your
The
lights
ball
will go
drops
on.
clean. Are they going to
That's
roll it
because-
safe? They do. In at second base, Olivia Larsen with a double.
She went for the bucket. Didn't need to get on top of the ball over there, and it couldn't survive the sliding catch.
Hit the first pitch. That was a tough play for the center fielder, Vanzani. Fans, all the extra base hits during the Girls State Softball Tournament are brought to you by Kruger Seeds. The next time you're in need of corn or soybean seed, give your local Kruger Seeds dealer a call. Kruger Seeds, first-class seed, first-name service. Right now, we've got a pitcher's duel going on between Denali Conover and Ella Larsen of Newell-Fonda. 1-0 game, but it feels much closer than that. Here's a bunt. Sacrifice. One play, they're going to say foul ball. Ball bounced up and hit her while she was still in the batter's box. Good call by the plate umpire. That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. The umpires today are wearing the pink-colored shirts, if you will, honoring cancer survivors. So here's the 1-1 pitch. The bunt's still on, but the ball away from the catcher. Throw to third. Dropped at third. Corinne Jansen made it a good attempt to get the ball and then make the throw down to third base, but Larsen was sliding in.
It'll put a runner on third with no outs here in the third inning.
Chances of scoring with a left-handed batting Emma Stewart at the plate are better. She's going to bunt, and the play is only to first, as she is out on the sacrifice bunt, but gets the RBI. It goes 3-4. Give
Smart
her an RBI
sacrifice.
as Larsen scores from third on the play.
It's a smart sacrifice.
Now the pitcher, Ella Larsen, comes up.
She got that over to the opposite side. Easy for her to slide in home.
The bunt was perfectly placed, too, up the first baseline. So there's only one play, and that was to first. It was all suicide squeeze in baseball, you'd call that.
I believe so.
Because the runner was coming home before the ball was bunted. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The next pitch is to the backstop. No danger there. It woke up about 6 people down on the left side of the press row. Wake up, guys! And they all flinched and leaned back about 6 feet, even though there's a fence between them and the ball. You see all kinds of stuff at the tournaments, don't you? Conover's deliveries. Low for a ball. Newell-Fonda here. This has been a lucky inning here in the third. They've got their first one on with a bloop double. Might have been caught. It was a tough play. Here's a pitch for a strike. You can't fault Van Zandt for the effort on that bloop fly ball. I think the wind made it die down at the end.
Yeah, that and she was under the catch instead of over the catch, and it's a little bit tough to position your body.
Denali Conover, and it's a line shot out to right center. The center fielder, Van Zandt, makes a throw in, but not in time. Stand-up double for Ella Larsen. Fans, all extra base hits during the Girls State Softball Tournament are brought to you by Kruger Seeds. The next time you're in need of corn or soybean seed, give your local Kruger Seeds dealer a call. Kruger Seeds, first-class seed, first-name service. To the plate now is Meghan Moran. She wants to keep the train moving.
Keep the momentum building here in the third inning.
2 hits in the inning, and both have been doubles. 4 hits total in the ball game now. Newell-Fonda's Mustang. And now we have a timeout being taken by Coach Stacy Alberts. She's going to talk to her defense to see how they want to play this. You're down 2 in the bottom of the third, approximately halfway through the game. Whatever you do, you want to make sure you get an out here with nobody out. Correction, 1 out on the sacrifice by Emma Stewart as they gather to talk it over.
So with 1 out here in the bottom of the third, as the Mustangs still could be looking at another sacrifice run here, looking to move over. If we've learned anything so far, they're definitely going to be looking to get the runner on third as soon as possible.
Third baseman Loftus creeping down the line just to here. Here's the delivery from Conover inside for a ball. All of a sudden, Conover's not getting that first pitch across for a strike. Newell-Fonda's trying to take advantage of that.
Starting with a couple balls is working into the count.
Jansen, the catcher, giving the sign. Conover going outside, trying to get her to chase. Bailey Sievers is on deck. Moran's had the triple her first time up out there by the first set of bleachers out in right center field. But she didn't score. She did drive in the run. Next pitch is in for a strike. Sievers will be followed by Walker. Fans starting to fill the stands here on the East Diamond, the Iowa Central Diamond. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. All of a sudden now, Lynnville-Sully is looking at Newell-Fonda with good scoring opportunity. Bailey Severs is up. She struck out swinging her first time up. That ended the first. You're watching the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company Championship Network. I'm Lance Reno along with Joe Danielson. The first pitch from Conover goes high. She's thrown a lot of pitches this inning. Larsen started the inning with the double on the first pitch, and it's been all Newell-Fonda momentum since that point. Runners first and second with one out. Bunted. Trying to move the runners over.
Conover's kind of has sat back now here. And after getting an idea of what the hitters are trying to do, she's looking to go a little bit deeper into that pitch count.
She has 9 sacrifices on the year, if I read the stat sheet correctly. The wind of the pitch. Low. The throw to third. Not in time as both runners advance on the stolen base. Scoring position are 2 runners now. Newell-Fonda trying to add to their 2-0 lead. Center fielder Benzani has crept in a couple steps. The wind right now is blowing from right field line out towards center. Pitch is bunted. It's foul. That'll be strike 2. Both teams appear to have equal speed so far. They've tried to take advantage on the bases. Right now it's the advantage Newell-Fonda.
Speed, and we'll
Locke's
see if
defense is ready. Loftus at third, waits. The pitch from Conover. Oh, a little bit high.
Looking to look a little bit high, and a combination of her maybe going for that slap hit. Just had to duck out of the way of that one.
Count is full now. Newell-Fonda with a golden opportunity. Already 1 run in this bottom of the third. There's strike 3 called. Excellent location by Conover, and Jansen held the target right where she wanted it.
And that gets Conover out of a lot of trouble there. Don't want to load the bases with only 1 out. Now she can work with 2 outs, runners on second and third.
Definitely, it doesn't work to your advantage if you load the bases and 1 out. The game has changed a little bit. Maggie Walker, the catcher, stands in. She bounced back to the pitcher her first time up, 0 for 1. She looks at ball 1. This is similar to Lynnville-Sully's first inning. Runners to third and then couldn't get them home.
Yep, and Newell-Fonda was able to respond then.
Next pitch from Conover. Good location except up and down. It was a little bit low. That's the one thing, vantage point right here behind home plate. You can see where the pitch is. Umpire behind the plate is doing a good job today.
You can see the movement on the pitches as well.
Correct. The next pitch is a ball. Conover is going 3-0 here. Something Coach Alberts would not like to see. Next pitch, in for a strike. The old automatic, as they might say.
Yep, and Walker was not really even looking to swing. She didn't even flinch on that one, on that pitch.
Collins Maxwell and Galen Catholic are playing the other game, and they started at 11. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, short right center. A right fielder over off her glove to the ground. And 2 runs score. You're going to have to give that one as an E9. Mazdam had the wind, played a little bit of tricks on her.
A little bit of sun, a little bit of wind, but had to make that catch with a runner on second and third.
So there's where the walk and the double and a stolen base paid off for Newell-Fonda now. A 3-run inning as Lynnville-Sully's defense gathers near the pitcher's circle.
Bit of reassurance.
Other 2 games going on today. Lisbon takes on Wayne at 1 o'clock on the Kruger Seeds Diamond. That's the West Diamond. And on this diamond following us, Clarksville takes on Bishop Garrigan. So 2 more games, and we'll have the 1A quarterfinals in the history books. Runner at first is Walker. Anna Belcock, the designated player, stands in. She bounced to the second baseman Alberts her first time up. Chased that one up around the eyes. They look so good when they're up in that vicinity. Getting a lot of hitting advice from the fans in the stands.
We'll see if she can put that bat to ball.
Here's the next pitch in the dirt. No chance for Jansen to make a play. Wild pitch allows the runner to advance to second. And the count goes now to 1 ball and 1 strike. Newell-Fonda here in the ball game. Joe, I've got him with 4 hits, 4 runs and 4 hits. Yep. Runner at second. Conover trying to get out of the inning. Threw the breaking ball that broke on the outside corner.
I mean, you saw there on the swing, broke just outside of the range of the bat on the plate.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Conover looks in, has the sign. Fly ball, right field. Mosdem coming hard, can't get to it. It drops in front of her. As the run scores from second, the play at second base, not in time on the out. RBI, I guess you would call that a single, and it takes second on the throw. Scoring on the play, Maggie Walker. That wild pitch now looks to be big. 5 hits and 5 runs. And we're going to have a substitution out in right field. Our substitution in today's game being brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. So we have a new right fielder for Lynnville-Sully. I didn't catch the number. We'll catch it here maybe from the umpire. And it looks like we're going to have a runner down at second base. Two outs, and this has been a big inning, 4-run inning for Newell-Fonda with a 5-0 lead.
They came in up 1-0, right, Lance?
Tiefenthaler is the runner.
They're on a three-run rally here in this inning.
This has been a big inning for Newell-Fonda. Kylie Robinson drew a walk her first time up, so she hasn't had an official at bat. But Newell-Fonda trying to add to their lead here. Pitch is low for a ball. In the right field now is Kaylor Noun-Harder for Lynnville-Sully in place of Mosdem. Here's the pitch. Strike called. This is the 8th batter up in the inning for Newell-Fonda. About ready to bat around here.
So we talked about about 3 runs ago, controlling this momentum that was building for Newell-Fonda, and they've been able to ride it out.
The next pitch is in for a strike called. Somebody's trying to get a free view of the game with the airplane flying over.
Just
Fort Dodge Airport, just across the highway.
Just need a little girls softball state tournament banner for him to fly around.
Here's the next pitch, a swing and a strike. Conover gets the strike and finally gets out of the inning. But it was a big one for Newell-Fonda. 4 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, 1 left for Newell-Fonda. We go to the 4th inning. Lynnville-Sully will be at the number 5 spot in their order, trailing 5-0.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right, you decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Iowa Public Television is the home of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Championships. We bring you live, uninterrupted coverage of the state championships in volleyball, basketball, soccer, and softball. Plus, special features highlighting the Iowa girl. Catch it all on statewide Iowa Public Television, on air or at iptv.org.
Central College is recruiting leaders.
Together,
Come
partnering to
learn and
change the
play at the
energy
place that
landscape
regularly
by-
wins national team championships, national invitational individual titles, conference titles, and conference all-sports titles. Visit central.edu to learn how you can be more than a spectator. Getting the chin strap on the batting helmet fixed is the important item coming up here. As we'll start off, Caitlin Alberts, the second baseman, scheduled to lead it off for the Hawks of Lynnville-Sully. Lynnville-Sully held scoreless on only 2 hits so far. 5 runs on 5 hits for the Mustangs of Newell-Fonda. First pitch to Caitlin Alberts is a strike called. Ella Larsen, so far in the ball game, has recorded 3 strikeouts and only 1 walk. The next pitch is a strike. Janel Rosendahl is the scheduled on-deck hitter. Looks like Kayla Ersman. No, it's Rosendahl. Here's a effort for a base hit, but it drifted foul. Goes as a strike. Alberts struck out her first time up. Lynnville-Sully had 5 batters to the plate in the first inning, and since that time, not been able to get that many numbers up there. Here's a fly ball. Could be trouble. And it's going to drop in for the base hit to center field. Lynnville-Sully bouncing back, trying to get something started here. Only the 3rd hit of the ball game for the Hawks.
Gives Rosendahl a runner on, see what she can do here.
She walked her first time up. The pitcher, Denali Conover, waits on deck. Lynnville-Sully got runners on and stole bases in the first 2 times. Here's a bunt. Going to be a tough play. In time, the throw back at second. Whoa. Heads up play that time by Newell-Fonda's first baseman Robinson.
Yeah,
threw it to Moran's and almost got the runner doubled off second.
Excellent opposite field bunt there to get the pitcher turned around. She's able to turn, make the clean throw, and almost got Alberts out there on second.
Another step, and she doesn't make it back.
Yeah, boy, just one more.
First pitch swung on, diving attempt. Now around third, and they'll hold there. Down to second on the throw goes Denali Conover. Base hit.
Olivia
third is Alberts.
Olivia Larsen out there in center with the nice run-saving throw from center field to the catcher.
Lynnville-Sully with 2 hits here in the inning. Back-to-back almost. A single, sacrifice, and a single. We're going to have, it looks like, a courtesy runner for Conover, the pitcher. Courtesy runner here in the 4th inning.
I think that was 26, I believe.
We'll catch the number here in just a second. The PA man. Ersman, the courtesy runner. As Lacey Keene, the designated player, steps in. Looks at that breaking pitch for a strike. Lynnville-Sully looking to get on the scoreboard here. As the pitch is in the air. Not deep enough, probably. Second baseman Sievers drifted back, made the play. Into the teeth of the wind and held it up. So I guess you would tell your hitters, if we were coaching, hit the line drives, hit the ball down if you can.
Need to keep something playable.
And we have now coming to the plate a pinch hitter. Correction, it's Meghan Van Zandt. Meghan Van Zandt is up, looking at a strike. Four runs in the third for Newell-Fonda. The next pitch is a ball. Evens the count at 1-1. Lynnville-Sully here with another. I would say this is their second scoring opportunity in this game. Here's the pitch. Missing out. Trying to tease a little bit with that near location. Lance Reno along with Joe Danielson from Iowa Central Community College Diamond, the East Diamond, at the Harlan Rogers Complex in Fort Dodge. The next pitch goes outside even further. You're watching the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company. Half point of this ball game. Pitch, swing and a miss. Took something off that time on a nice change.
Yep.
Even Joe was way ahead with his ink pen on that one.
And it's a big at bat here for Van Zandt. 3-2 with 2 outs and a runner on third.
The pitch. Lynnville-Sully has the bases loaded now. That is only the second walk given by Ella Larsen. End of the plate comes Carson Fisk for Lynnville-Sully. She's a shortstop. She reached on an error and struck out called. But we're going to have a lineup change, it looks like here, from Newell-Fonda. Or is he questioning? She might be questioning the lineup card of Lynnville-Sully, the player number. As long as a lineup card, and you got the lineup card right there. They had Meghan Van Zandt, number 26, and then she's wearing uniform top number 5. So this could be a technical situation right here involving the substitute.
And what would they do?
And if she did bat earlier on, it wasn't caught by Newell-Fonda at that point. In fact, Lynnville-Sully, according to the roster we have, does not have a number 5 listed on the roster. I'm sure that's from being behind the plate. I think that's the reason for the question here.
I believe so. On our starting lineups here, we have Van Zandt at 26, but in our program, we have her listed as number 5.
Yep.
So
somewhere,
something here
somebody
we're
messed up.
out.
So here goes another plane taking off as we await Carson Fisk to step in. You're watching the 2019 Girls State Softball Tournament from Harlan Rogers Sports Complex, beautiful Harlan Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge, being presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. 2 diamonds, 2 games going on at the same time. Some guy named Dar Danielson is over on the other diamond doing that one. The other games that are scheduled, Collins Maxwell was playing Galen Catholic in the first game over there that started at 11. I'm not sure how that one came out at this point. Lisbon and Wayne are scheduled to play the next game on that diamond. That's also 1A quarterfinal. And on this diamond, scheduled for 1:30 start, is Clarksville, number 3rd ranked, against number 9 ranked Bishop Garrigan. So we have a resolution, I believe. As the umpires are getting ready to make the play. Here we go. We have 2 out. Carson Fisk says, hey, let's get this thing going. I want to hit. The pitch from the lefty spins up and in on the zone.
Yeah, and that stoppage there, that kind of uncalled for stoppage, we'll see what happens with this momentum. Usually that's not something you want here with bases loaded, 2 outs, ready to bat.
Here's the delivery. Moving outside, throw down to third, bounced in the dirt. Nice stop by the third baseman, Stewart. That could have meant trouble. The left fielder, Tiefenthaler, was moving over, but she wouldn't have got there quick enough.
It's an aggressive defense with the bases loaded.
Here's the pitch. Ground ball, base hit to left. 1 run is in. Here comes another. The throw is on its way. And everybody is safe. 2 RBI base hit for Carson Fisk. We're going to say that's a single. She takes second on the throw. Scoring from third is Albert. Scoring from second is Erzman. Advancing to third, Van Zandt. So the shutout disappears. 2 runs in the inning. 5 hits now for the Hawks. And here's a ground ball left side. Tough play. She'll glove. Not in time on the throw. And coming home. The drop ball at first. Lynnville-Sully with a base hit. Infield hit. Scoring from second, Carson Fisk. You could see she had the horses ready to go.
Yep, and just like that, we're back here with the one-run ball game, I believe. It's 5-4.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I've got. Loftus is the batter. Shallow Cunningham. Loftus just reached first. Cunningham, the first baseman, has struck out and reached on an error. We got a ball game going again. Winding the pitch, swinging a foul off to the right-hand side. Well, there's your answer to your question. What happened to the momentum? It shifted.
Boy, yep, shifted and changed, and then kind of reset back to, well, Newell-Fonda still with the one-run lead.
Here's the pitch from Larsen, lined right field. That's going to be maybe 2. Are we going to have a play at the plate? No. Lynnville-Sully's going to hold the runner at third base. Mallory Loftus stands in there. Shiloh Cunningham with the double to right.
And the Hawks bats have woken up here after a couple quiet first couple innings of leaving runners on base. 3 straight hits here to bring in 4 runs.
And the number 9 hitter in the inning. This is the 9th batter. And she goes to the right field side. But it's foul. Corinne Jensen has singled to third, reached on the fielder's choice to short. Batting here. 4 runs in the inning. 2 more are out on the diamond. At third and second. Loftus at third. Cunningham is your runner at second. Tension time for Ella Larsen. She still has the lead. Brings it in. Swing and a miss. Now Larsen goes ahead on the count, 0-2. Opportunities. Newell-Fonda had some opportunities earlier on, and they were able to capitalize. Here's the next one. It's staying foul.
Nice job defending that outside corner of the plate.
Anything close now, got to be trying to put the ball in play.
The 0-2 count, that is the key.
Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. Lynnville-Sully in one of their tune-ups for the tournament lost to East Marshall, who's here in the 2A tournament, 13-1. And they, other than that, they hadn't lost since July 1st. Here's a swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Jensen for the out to retire Lynnville-Sully here in the top of the 4th inning. But they get 4 runs, do the Hawks, after 3 consecutive singles, 5 hits total in the inning, no errors, and 2 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Newell-Fonda 5, Lynnville-Sully 4.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Both teams scored 4 runs, Joe, in their last at-bats, and right now we get a nail-biter. Lynnville-Sully 4 runs, 7 hits, committed 3 errors. Newell-Fonda 5 runs on 5 hits and 1 error. Give credit to Conover as she worked out of the last inning, which could have been even more Newell-Fonda's favor.
Yeah, she did a nice job of working out of a couple batters with runners on second and third, was able to get a strikeout. Relied on the defense behind her to back her up.
Mary Severs, the only batter that didn't bat in the third for the Mustangs, steps in, leading off the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-run game. Severs has lined to second base. Here's the pitch. In for a strike. Olivia Larsen, top of the order, and Emma Stewart, third baseman, scheduled hitters this inning. And they have a couple of hits between them. Pitch, movement, but outside. It evens the count at a ball and a strike. Newell-Fonda has stranded 3 so far in this game. Here's a swing. Fly ball center field. On the run. I was blocked out by the umpire. I was hoping she hung on to it.
Yep, she caught it. Not a lot of trouble there.
Nice play by the center fielder Vinzanti. And Olivia Larsen stands in now. Larsen just struck out, doubled, scored a run. Now looks bunt. He's going to be out as the ball bounced up off the bunt and hit her at the plate. So give the put out to the catcher.
Give credit to Conover also with the spin on the ball there. As you could see, as soon as the ball made contact with the bat, the backspin was initiated and it rolled back and made contact.
Emma Stewart stands in now for Newell-Fonda. You can kind of feel the momentum beginning to shift to the way of Lynnville-Sully. Their fans are making a little bit of noise. Here's the pitch outside for a ball. Those are for the next game. Okay. Ella Larsen waits on deck. 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Newell-Fonda have scored over half their runs. Here's the next delivery by Conover outside for a ball. In fact, the first 4 have scored all the runs for Newell-Fonda, except for 1. Stewart, nonchalant, now is ready with the bat. Conover trying to work her outside to get her to push the ball to the left side of the infield. So far, Stewart is not biting. Looper going to be trouble. Out to left. A 2-out single for Emma Stewart. That gives her a 2 for 2 day.
Nice.
She had a sacrifice her first time up.
And a nice opposite field hit. Right into that gap right behind third base.
No gal's land, to speak out there.
Yep, no one was home over there.
Ella Larsen, also a left-handed batter. Struck out, doubled, and scored. She's going to go for the left side. Somebody over by the concession stand is going to get a surprise.
They'll get a nice chicken sandwich off that one. Of course, if they can win the battle to bring the ball back.
They didn't get hit with it. Girls State Softball Tournament, Harlan Rogers Sports Complex, Fort Dodge. Next pitch is low, outside the throw to second. Hits the umpire, the ball stays alive. Nothing you can do on that one. Although one of the fans, Mr. Leather Lungs up there, is disagreeing with that call.
Interesting.
That's a horrible feeling when you're the umpire in that spot and you're trying to get out of the road and the ball finds you.
Yeah, and their interesting tactic to throw the ball to the second baseman who was still in motion.
Here's Conover's pitch, swing and a miss. Nothing but air for Ella Larsen. The pitcher Left-handed batter and a left-handed hitter. Left-handed pitcher is also left-handed batter is what I meant to say. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the pitch. Ground ball could be tough. Up the middle. In time. Fisk with the strong arm throw over to first to Cunningham. And that retires Newell-Fonda here in the bottom of the 4th inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We go to the 5th. It's a 5-4 lead for Newell-Fonda.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
All you have to do, you just have to get their feet here on the pavement and bing. Being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
You must be boring.
this is a magical place.
We're in the Iowa Central Community College Diamond and the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by MidAmerican Energy Company. I'm Lance Reno along with Joe Danielson. As we start the 5th, top of the 5th, Lynnville-Sully came up with 4 runs on 5 hits last inning. Caitlin Albert started it, leading off the inning with a single. And now she leads off the inning here. Pitch goes outside for a 2-ball, no strike count. Janel Rosendahl and Denali Conover. Next scheduled hitters here for Lynnville-Sully. The pitch is in for a strike from Ella Larsen. Last inning was the tough inning for Larsen. Let's see how she bounces back this one. Here's the pitch in the air. Right side. Right fielder Severs makes the grab. Out number 1.
Oh, if she can continue to get him to hit the ball up that high, her fielders are not going to have any problem locating it and bringing it down.
Right-handed batter Janelle Rosendahl, left fielder, stands in. She has not had an official appearance. She walked in the 2nd, sacrificing the 4th. Pops the first one up in foul territory.
I think she heard me out there on the mound. Is getting the batters to pop up.
4 pitches and 2 outs.
Puts a little
to
less.
The plate now with nobody on. Denali Conover has fly to center, single to center. The pitch. Tough play at short. Very tough play. That will go down as an error on the shortstop Moran's. It took a late hop on it. And by the time she could get it, with the speed of Rosendahl, or Conover, she had no chance to make the play. Looks like we're going to have a substitution here.
That
courtesy runner. Ayresman, the courtesy runner. Yes, for Conover. 26, Reagan McFarland. You can switch courtesy runners. During the course of a game. That's legal. Lacey Keene leads now the pitches from Larsen. She is 0 for 1 on the day. Snap throw to first. Back in time is McFarland.
The Mustang infield defense has been very solid. Aside from that previous error at the shortstop, they really haven't let anything through.
They're doing the basics. Here's one that's fouled off in front of the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lynnville-Sully batting. top of the 5th inning, trailing 5-4.
And that was a foul ball here because it made contact with the ground before leaving the batter's box.
Megan Vinzani waiting to hit. She'll have to wait till the 6th inning as Lacey Keene is called out on strikes for the out to retire Lynnville-Sully. Here in the top of the 5th, no runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Newell-Fonda will lead it off with shortstop Meghan Moran.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
They say Buena Vista University is in the middle of a bunch of fields.
Hey guys, wait up! Game on. They say our idea of fun is morning tea, and afternoon tea,
And anytime tea.
and we hang out like bumps on a log.
They say Storm Lake, Iowa isn't in the center of the action.
And when we study, we're not exactly grounded.
But you know what we say.
You gotta see it to believe it.
2019 Girls State Softball Championships from Harlan Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge. We're on the Iowa Central Community College field on the Girls Union Digital Network powered by MidAmerican Energy Company. I'm Lance Reno along with Joe Danielson. We got a dandy ball game going right now. 1-run game as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Lynnville-Sully on defense. Denali Conover. And she has gone the 4 innings and has given up a total of 6 hits. Conover working to Corinne Jensen. Gets the strike call. That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Bailey Sievers and Maggie Walker scheduled hitters in the inning. Collins Maxwell was playing in the first. There's a ground ball nicely knocked down by Lynnville-Sully. Second baseman Alberts had started to her right, then had to come back and try to make the play, and it bounced off of her. They're going to give it a hit on that one, I believe. Nope, they're going to say an error. Error on second base. Bailey Sievers steps in now for the Mustangs, another left-handed batter. They go right, left, right, right. Here's the first pitch in for a strike. Conover getting back to getting that first pitch strike in there. Both cheering sections fairly quiet, and right now we're going to have a charged conference. Stacy Alberts wants to talk it over out there with her team. That's her second charged conference. We are on the Iowa Central field. We being Joe Danielson, along with Lance Reno. I have not heard. Have you heard or seen the score to the Collins Maxwell Galen Catholic game? Are they still playing?
Not heard an update.
It's hard to see because they moved a new building in over there. You used to be able, from this vantage point, to see the scoreboard on the other diamond.
Yep, and the wind kind of gets rid of all of the background noise, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Bailey Sievers, the right fielder, stands in. 0 for 2. She has struck out swinging both appearances. This time it's a bunt. Play by third, not in time. Throw back to second, not in time. So a bunt single. Newell-Fonda now has another run-scoring situation possibility. Each team with 7 hits and 3 errors. I'd say they're over their nervousness now of being in the tournament. Maggie Walker, the catcher, stands in. 0 for 2. Bounced back to the pitcher and reached on there on the right fielder. Pitch goes outside for a ball. Couple of tough plays out there for the Lynnville-Sully right fielder. Gave Newell-Fonda the opportunity to score the runs. Center fielder Vanzani is shaded over towards right center out there now for Lynnville-Sully. Here's the pitch. Bunt. Once again, it's going to be fair. One play to first, and it's dropped by the first baseman. A runner coming home. The tag, and she's out at home. Out at the plate is Meghan Moran. That goes 3-2 for the first out. Walker reaches on the error on the first baseman as Bailey Sievers advances to third on all the action.
And a much needed out at the plate to keep this a one-run ball game.
I'll correct that. They're going to say it's a base hit for Newell-Fonda. Here's a fly ball center. On the run, Vanzani with the catch. Look at that throw home. Look at that on the mark throw home.
Boy, yeah, from Carson Fisk, the senior out there at center field. Again, they're putting a lockdown on home plate.
And now Kylie Robinson, first baseman, stands in. 5 runs, 8 hits. Lynnville-Sully's committed 3 errors as Newell-Fonda bats. Pitch is low for a ball. Robinson has walked and struck out. So she's 0 for 1. Mary Sievers waits in the on-deck circle. Crowd beginning to form along the outfield fence now. Here's the pitch. Missing for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes, the count. Long time look in by Denali Conover. The catcher Jensen and the delivery. Off speed that went low. And right now, Newell-Fonda 1 pitch away from possibly loading the bases here. Bottom of the 5th, Newell-Fonda Mustangs leading the Hawks of Lynnville-Sully by a 5-4 score. Conover's delivery is in. Wouldn't say you almost call it the automatic, but it's close.
Yeah, it's I would say 90+% strike. Of course, you get a hitter that's really needing a hit, and there you go.
Pitch, grounded, foul, left side. Opportunity to plate 2 if Robinson can get the ball to the outfield. It would give Newell-Fonda a bit of breathing room. Lynnville-Sully wants to cut that down and not give up another one. And hold it here. Lynnville-Sully down to their final 2 at-bats, trailing by a run. Here's the pitch. Swing and a base hit up the middle. 1 run is in. Here comes another. The throw home not in time. And the throw to first. They got her. But the runs score as Kylie Robinson gets the base hit, drives home 2, and then she is out 8-2-3 at first base. Scoring on the play, Bailey Sievers and Maggie Walker. And Newell-Fonda gains a little bit of breathing room. 2 runs in the inning on 3 base hits, 1 Lynnville-Sully error, and nobody left on. We go to the top of the 6th. And it's a 7-4 lead for Newell-Fonda.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
This is more. More savings. More service. More focus on fresh, quality produce. Expert butchers who know more. And the most talked about meat in town. We are Fairway. We put everything into meat and grocery. And this is more.
Top of the 6th inning, and Lynnville-Sully leads it off with the number 9 hitter, Megan Vanzani. She takes the first pitch for a ball. She has flied to right, walked, scored a run in that 4-run Lynnville-Sully 5th inning. Here's a fly ball left field. Got some depth, but it drops about 2 feet foul. Left fielder, Thieventhaler, made a good effort to get there. Thieventhaler's in left, Larsen center, and Sievers in right for Newell-Fonda. Stewart's at third, Moran's at short, Sievers at second, Robinson at first. Walker behind the plate. Ella Larsen on the mound, her 6th inning of work. Goes outside with that spinning ball, and it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count here. Lynnville-Sully, if they're going to get something going here, they've got to come up with 3 to tie, 4 to win. Pitch swung on and missed for a strike. A couple of Lynnville-Sully's recent late losses were to BCLUW, who was also a ranked team. They lost to Colfax Mingo on a tough day. Lost to tournament qualifier East Marshall 13-1. Here's a strike on the outside corner. Oh, it's nice. 72 degrees at game time. I don't think it's changed a whole lot since that point. Could be a beautiful week for softball. Next pitch is low.
Should be too, as we see the
ball out of the zone.
The conifer trees out there in the outfield not really moving a whole lot. So the wind has kind of died down.
Total of, here's the next pitch, going to hook in there and drop just behind the third baseman, and the throw to second in time. Carson Fisk, fearless on the bases, singles to left and takes second on the throw. Lynnville-Sully keeping their hopes alive. Total of 10 games being played here today, so if you like softball, this is a place to be. And also 10 games again on Tuesday, plus the 2 consolations. And 2A and 1A, the teams that lose the first round games will play each other tomorrow. And then they go home. Pitch is a ball to Mallory Loftus. She has a 2-hit day going, plus a fielder's choice, 2 for 3 on the day. Has not scored a run to this point. That was the second hit of the game for Carson Fisk. Quickness in that leadoff spot. Pitch coming here, bunted, first base line. And there's where being a left-handed pitcher gives you the advantage. You can spin and throw to your natural throwing side. The sacrifice bunt, 1-3 on the out. 2 gone for Lynnville-Sully. But at third is Carson Fisk.
Yep, and she just put enough on that to beat the runner out, but not too much to throw a line drive at her first baseman.
Pitch is a strike to Shiloh Cunningham. Cunningham has struck out, reached on an error, doubled in her 3 trips so far. You don't want to look away too long or too quick here. Here's a fly ball in center, could be trouble. Larsen is there, however. Navigates the wind and makes the grab for the out here on the top of the 6th that retires Lynnville-Sully. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's a 7-4 Newell-Fonda lead.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
All you have to do, you just have to get their feet here on the pavement and bing. Being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
you must be boring.
This is a magical place.
As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning for Newell-Fonda, number 9 hitter Macy Sievers leads it off. She has lined to the second baseman and fly to center. Here's a fly ball out to short right. Went the same way she went her first 2 at-bats, Joe.
Yep, and the Mustangs have really started being able to hit Conover pretty well here. Starting about the 4th inning, they've really been able to get a bat on the ball and runners in scoring position.
Put the ball in play. The philosophy here with runner at first and nobody out. Top of the order, Olivia Larsen steps in for Newell-Fonda. She has doubled and scored a run, struck out, and had a bunt. And Coach Stacy Albert's out to talk. This is her 3rd defensive conference, which should be her limit for the game. You're allowed 3. I'm Lance Reno along with Joe Danielson, and you are watching the 2nd of the 1A quarterfinals from Iowa Central Field here at the Harlan Rogers Sports Complex, and you're watching it on the Girls Union Digital Network presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau and powered the digital network by Mid-American Energy Company Championship Network. We've had some extra base hits, but not many. So the conference over. Lynnville-Sully strategy here, countering that leadoff batter on. You're down 3. You definitely would hope that you can stop that runner from scoring at first base. Olivia Larsen. Conover gets the first pitch in for a strike. Emma Stewart waits on deck. 4-run innings have been popular. Newell-Fonda broke away from a 1-0 lead to a 5-0 lead with 4 in the bottom of the 3rd. Lynnville-Sully countered with 4 in the top of the 4th. Here's the bunt. Should work as the throw is a little bit looped. And that's an infield hit, a bunt single.
Yep, but Larsen showed the speed on that one. We could kind of tell once she got halfway down the baseline she was going to make it.
That is a true statement. So now Emma Stewart stands in. She is singled, scored a run, stole a base, had a sacrifice bunt, singled, stole a base. 2 for 2 on the day. Here's the bunt attempt, goes foul. Olivia Larsen with 2 hits on the day for Newell-Fonda.
The Mustangs looking for a couple more insurance runs here.
One thing I was just checking on, Joe, each player in the 9-player batting order for Newell-Fonda has a base hit. They've got 11 total in the ballgame.
And that's a recipe for success right there. If you ask Coach if players 1 through 9 has a hit, I just think she would be pretty happy with that.
You put your nail right on it, put the ball in play. And Newell-Fonda's done a little better job so far. Denali Conover for the Hawks of Lynnville-Sully brings the pitch home. It's outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ella Larsen, the pitcher, waits on deck. Bottom of the 6th inning. This is key here for Lynnville-Sully. Got to keep them out of the scoring column. Here's one lofted out to right. The right fielder, Noun Harder, makes the grab. The runner does not tag in advance. It's too shallow in right field. 2 out. I'll make that 2 on and 1 out here. Ella Larsen, a chance to help her own cause, as she had a double in the 3rd inning for Newell-Fonda. Conover brings the pitch. Popped up on the infield. That should be an infield fly. It is. Popped to the shortstop Fisk. And 2 gone. Hopes look a little better. Lynnville-Sully, though, will need a 3-run rally, and they will start with the number 4 hitter in their order when they come up in the top of the 7th. 4 runs, 8 hits, Lynnville-Sully. 7 runs, 11 hits, Newell-Fonda. Denali Conover and Corianne Jensen have been the combo. Conover starts with a strike on the first pitch. Waiting here, the breeze about the same from right to left. The pitch goes high and away for a ball. Bailey Sievers waits in the on-deck circle for Newell-Fonda. Conover taking a lot of time, wondering if he's double-checking the pitch with the dugout. Here's a swing and a miss.
She has been, compared to the first inning where she was getting ready and getting those pitches out pretty fast, just a little bit more of a pause.
One ball, two strikes, two out, and 2-1 for Newell-Fonda. Here's a pop-up. Second baseman making the play, Alberts. So after giving up hits consecutively to the first two batters in the inning, Conover and company come through with shutting them down. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We go to the top of the 7th. Last at bat for Lynnville-Sully from the Girls State Softball Tournament. They trail Newell-Fonda 7-4.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Iowa Public Television is the home of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Championships. We bring you live, uninterrupted coverage of the state championships in volleyball, basketball, soccer, and softball. Plus special features highlighting the Iowa girl. Catch it all on statewide Iowa Public Television, on air or at iptv.org.
Top of the 7th inning rolling around. Corrine Jansen for Lynnville-Sully. Waste no time, Joe, in putting that ball in play for a base hit up the middle. She had singled to third, reached on a fielder's choice, and struck out. So it's a 2-hit day for her. She is one of what needs 3. Lynnville-Sully does to score here.
Yep, 3 to stay alive.
I'm Lance Reno along with Joe Danielson, and we are at Iowa Central Field from the 2019 Girls State Softball Tournament. Here's a swing at the first pitch, and it's going to be caught. Could be a double play. No. The throw gets away at first base. Hustling back was Corinne Jansen. And then she takes second on the throwing error on the right fielder. What a nice defensive play by Robinson, the right fielder for Newell-Fonda. Almost had the double play.
A quick thought also there to go back to first.
Lynnville-Sully's come out. They've gone after that first pitch here in this inning, top of the 7th. Here's a ground ball right back up the middle, shortstop. Oh, nicely played. And Lynnville-Sully is down to their final out. Morenz to Robinson for the second out here in the top of the 7th. Advancing to third on the play is Corinne Jensen. Standing in is the pitcher, Denali Conover. Conover has fly to center, singled to center and scored, and reached on an error. 1 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch. Outside corner for a strike called. Ella Larsen right here with the 3-run lead can practically basically ignore the runner at third, Jansen. Here's the pitch. Just missed outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Newell-Fonda looking to advance to the semifinals. The pitch goes away, bounces to the backstop. The throw home not in time on the wild pitch as Jansen scores. Lynnville-Sully puts 1 on the board.
Not the worst scenario there for the Mustangs also. They give up the run, but they clear the bases and basically leave anything open, any out. Any way to get an out, they will take it here.
Conover's the number 7 hitter in the Lynnville-Sully lineup. The pitch going outside. Ella Larsen, the lefty from Newell-Fonda, being very careful here with her counterpart, Conover. Here's the wind of the pitch. Up high for a ball and a walk. Lynnville-Sully, 2-out walk, keeping the ropes alive. Lacey Keene, the designated hitter, is scheduled to bat. We may have a courtesy runner for Conover. At this point, Lynnville-Sully needs to try to tie the game and send it to extras. Or we may have, yep, we do have. And a courtesy runner down there is McFarland once again for Lynnville-Sully. As to the plate, looks like Kaylor Noun-Harder, who is batting for the right fielder Van Zandt, came in as a defensive replacement. I need to correct that. Kaylee Mosdem was the right fielder, and she came into play there. Now we'll get the announcement officially. Kaylor Noun-Harder is the batter for Lacey Keene. So she's batting here for Lacey Keene, the designated hitter. The flex is batting for the DH in umpiring terms, okay?
Well, all right. That's why you're the flex, I guess.
The DH plays offense most of the time only. Here's the pitch. Outside corner for a strike call. I needed an extra space on my score sheet for the flex. But you got the lineup card right there, so there's your flex. With the wind of the pitch, swing foul off to the left. Lynnville-Sully, starting right fielder, had a little trouble when a couple fly balls. The wind caused some problems that contributed to the 4-run inning for Newell-Fonda. And Lynnville-Sully came back with a 4 spot of their own. Here's a ground ball to the right side. First baseman misplayed it. The throw is to second for the out to end the inning and the game. That one goes 1-3-4 on the putout. And that ends the Lynnville-Sully hopes of advancing to the state championship as they go now to the consolation area. They'll play tomorrow. They will play tomorrow, 11 a.m. So in the inning, 1 hit for Lynnville-Sully. Joe and I will be back to provide a recap of this one, some game highlights and more when we continue from Harlan Rogers Field in Fort Dodge.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
We might not all.
Lynch Reno along with Joe Danielson here. It was a matter of a big inning, 2 big innings for Newell-Fonda as they had a 4-run third inning, and then they added 2 runs in the 5th inning to give them the lead, and they would never relinquish. 7-5, it's Newell-Fonda with the win. The winning pitcher was Ella Larsen. Losing pitcher was Denali Conover. Lynnville-Sully 5 runs, 9 hits, 9 left on base, and 4 errors. 7 runs, 11 hits, 6 left, and 4 errors on Newell-Fonda. Your thoughts about this one, and maybe who maybe was responsible quickly for the win for Newell-Fonda?
Well, you think Newell-Fonda was able to respond defensively better than Lynnville-Sully, the Hawks. Newell-Fonda was able to cut down on the errors, play a little bit of a stronger outfield and infield game, and that, you know, they were able to get the offense going as well, and the errors from the Hawks kind of opened the door for Newell-Fonda, and then once they got that lead, they never gave it up, except for that 4-run stretch for the Hawks in the 5th inning, or the 4th.
And that's the advantage, too, of being the home team, maybe, for Newell-Fonda. They got a nice pitching performance from Ella Larsen, and then Denali Conover in the loss, also a decent pitching performance as well. But it's Newell-Fonda who advances with a 7-5 win. They'll take on the winner of the Collins-Maxwell Galen Catholic game Wednesday at 11. Lynnville-Sully will be back here tomorrow morning at 11 on the Dodger Diamond, and they'll take on the loser of that Collins-Maxwell Galen Catholic game. Next game on this diamond is Clarksville and Bishop Garrigan. Joe, I believe you're going to be on hand for that one. I'm going to be moving over to the other diamond. On behalf of our color analyst, Joe Danielson, our producer, Ruben Garza, and I'm Lane Sereno. All of us here in Fort Dodge, thank you for joining us. Thanks for watching the live coverage of the 2019 Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Mid-American Energy Championship Network.